Most people never give themselves permission to step into the role of a true creator. And this is absolutely a shame, in my opinion, because what I believe is that our natural state of being is to be continually in a process of transformation and shifting into something new. And this is already the case whether people see it or not, but most people are recreating the same experiences over and over again by continually recreating those emotional patterns that are just what they've already known. But in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with this, but it can become incredibly boring, and it can result in what I call a stagnated energy, where the person is not moving forward in their life, and just life becomes boring. It's like the person becomes complacent. The person is not pushing any buttons. Not that I'm saying that you have to push any buttons, but it's like they think that they're not allowed to be creators because they think that by, stepping into any creative role whatsoever, that they're gonna hurt somebody or somebody's gonna get hurt, or it's a bad thing to be a creator. And in my opinion, it's all just based on fear of stepping into your true creative power, because you don't have to control anybody to be in your creative power. You can do so from a space of unconditional love, still get what you want, but also allow yourself to emotionalize your life and start to create new experiences versus creating the same thing again and again and again and again. And so in this video, I'm gonna share with you how to give yourself permission to be in your full creative power and actually get what you truly want in your heart. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Now, the first thing I want to share with you is you're allowed to want what you want. Now, I've talked about this a lot on my channel, but you wouldn't believe how powerful it is just to say to yourself that you're allowed to be a creator. You're allowed to channel that fear that you have in the direction of what you prefer to be experiencing. And that's all being a creator really is. It's saying that here's this emotion that I have, here's all this resistance that I have. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna channel this in the direction of what I prefer to be experiencing. That's all being a creator is just channeling energy. It's learning to be an alchemist. It's learning to use this present moment, use maybe something that you're not happy with, and then to channel that in the direction of what you prefer to be experiencing, not from a space of saying that there's anything wrong with this present moment. In fact, quite the opposite, but just totally unconditionally accepting this moment, yet still knowing that you're allowed to want what you want. So I encourage you to really give yourself that permission to want what you truly want, to step into that space of understanding that you can have what you want. You don't have to feel guilty for it. You don't have to feel bad for it. You don't have to be feeling any ways towards it, because it's your natural right to be a creator. You're allowed to want it. You're allowed to create it. And if you don't step into that space, what I'll tell you is that you'll probably get bored eventually. You'll probably get really bored. That's been my experience, is that if I don't give myself permission to want what I want, to simply say to myself that I'm allowed to want what I want, I just get bored. I just get extremely bored. And it's not that I'm resisting the present moment. It's just that the present moment can get boring. Are you gonna just keep putting your attention on what is? Because what is good. Not saying there's anything wrong with what is, but energy flows where attention goes. And if you keep focusing on what is, if that's what you want, then that's fine. If you want more of what is, then put your attention on what is. But if you don't want what is and you want something else, well, then you have to give yourself permission to say, I'm allowed to want what I want. What is fine. There's nothing wrong with what is, but screw what is. I want something more. Unless you give yourself permission to do that, you're just going to keep getting more of what is, period. There's no exception to this. This is the law of creation. This is the law of creation. So if you want something more, you have to put your attention on who you would become. You got to give yourself permission to become more of what you want. Now, number two is, in my opinion, what most people do is they don't create what they want because they're afraid of hurting people. And what they do is they just step into a role of people pleasing, never pushing any buttons. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and be this spiritual person that doesn't say any bold things to people, that doesn't say anything that's radical or different and not going to challenge the old paradigm, and I'm just going to sit here and be complacent. But in my opinion, that's boring. People pleasing is boring. Now, I'm not saying that you have to hurt people, but when I record these videos to not necessarily share with you what you want to hear, although some people might be inspired to hear what I have to share. Other people will get mad and leave the videos, and that's fine. I don't really care if you leave the video. I'm here to share this video for myself. I'm here actually recording this video for my own emotional state. I'm doing this for myself. Now, if you get value from that, then that's great, because part of the reason I'm recording this video is also to help people. It's just a 2-in-1 combo. I get value from enjoying my creations, and people love to receive those creations and, receive all that creative energy, and so it becomes a win-win. But if I'm not in that space, I'll be honest with you, I just get bored. And it's not that I'm resisting. Once again, I've done years of meditation. So this has nothing to do with resisting the present moment or, running away from the shadows. A lot of spiritual people might have that perspective, like, oh, he's a creator and, he's running away from something. Look, people will have all sorts of filters around you when you're a creator. Some people might judge you. Some people might misperceive what you're doing. Some people might attack you, even not like physically, but maybe mentally, and you have to be watching out for those people and not focus on that. Focus on what you want to create. Don't focus on what is not working. You always want to be focusing on working. So people pleasing is boring. Don't focus on the people that are not going to be conducive to your vision. Focus on what you want to create. Focus on the people that you want to serve. Don't focus on hurting people, obviously, that's not what I would ever encourage, but be a creator and be okay with the fact that it might push some buttons. It might cause a reaction to somebody, but that's not your responsibility to worry about how that person's gonna respond to you being a creator. You're not hurting anybody, you're just being a creator. And if somebody gets hurt by that, then that's their responsibility to deal with those emotions. Like if somebody is gonna get hurt or feel bad because you're just being a creator and creating your art and creating your passion, that's on them, not on you. So don't be afraid. Don't be a people pleaser. I'm not attacking you, but always give yourself permission to step into that creative role. Be bold. Do something you've never done before. Do something that gets you out of your comfort zone. Not because you want to be uncomfortable, but because it's fun. It's fun. It's so funny because what I used to be scared to do in my life, all the things that I used to be so scared to do, is actually where I find my bliss now. When I used to be scared to say something in a video or to, take action on something for my health, or do something that I really kind of want to do in my heart, but I just kind of put it to the side because, I don't want to push buttons, or I don't know if I can do that. It's the old paradigm controlling me. So ever since I gave myself permission to do the opposite of that, the energy started to flow, things started to shift, and then you actually get into what I call an exponential accelerated growth. Unless you give yourself permission to step into that emotional state of action, you're never going to change this present moment, and you're going to be creating the same thing again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and there's no exceptions. You might have a little bit of a difference, you might change things slightly, you might have a little bit of a change, and maybe you go back to the same thing. And then, that's not normal. Time is not linear. You can have exponential growth in your life. I've had ridiculously powerful changes in an extremely short amount of time in my life when I gave myself permission to step into that true role of a creator and stepping into what I actually want to be doing in this moment on a consistent basis. So people pleasing is boring, in my opinion. And number 3, creative energy is life. That's what life is. Life is creativity. That's what life is. One thing that I realized is that I used to be so scared to be a creator. I was so scared. I had so much fear around being a creator. But now I see that awakening and being a creator and creating your reality and going through the spiritual awakening, guess what? That's normal life. Life is awakening. Becoming a creator of your reality, manifesting your dreams into existence, That is what life actually is. We created this idea of spirituality because we forgot somehow as humans, I don't know how it happened, maybe I reincarnated on this planet to help people learn that normal life is to be a creator. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. But what I'll tell you though is that what humans call normal right now is not normal. What humans call normal right now, you know what that is? That is complacency. That's stagnated energy. That's not being in your true full creative power. And that is just not what life is, in my opinion. You don't have to agree with this. You can disagree. In fact, disagreeing with me is a normal part of life. You see what I'm saying? Being a human being is about being in your creative power. Some people will agree, some people will disagree. And it doesn't have to mean that we have to kill each other in the process. Like, think about it like this. Are we allowed to disagree without killing each other? Is that a possibility? Have you ever considered that you can be bold, you can say something that maybe somebody disagrees with, they don't have to agree with you at all in any way, yet we don't have to kill each other for it? Have you ever considered that as a possibility? I didn't up until even the last couple months, and I had glimpses of this for the last couple years, but now I'm really seeing that being a creator, some people agree with you, some people disagree with you, some people get mad, some people get totally passionate and totally resonate with what you're saying. Okay, that is life. That's life. Life is meant to be a continual process of transformation. Radical action is life, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying that there's not times and place for breaks and not moving the energy as quickly, because it can get intense to be a creator. It can get pretty powerful to see all these things changing. Hey, if it's too much, take a step back. Consciously stagnate your energy for a day or two. But eventually you'll get bored. Once you get a taste of what I'm sharing here, you won't want to go back, because being complacent is boring. You're not going to want to go back. If you really understand this transmission here, you really take in what I'm saying here, you're not going to want to go back to normal life, because you'll see that this is the new normal. The new normal is to be a creator, in my opinion. And it's not just normal. It's not just I'm satisfied. It's expansion. It's growth. It's bliss. Why would you settle for anything less than continually being passionate about your life? Why would you not be passionate about your life on a consistent basis? Why would you do that? What kind of a life is that? If you're not consistently passionate about your life on a daily basis, I would encourage you to investigate what that is about. Why? Why are you not living a passionate life? Why are you not creating your reality the way that you want? Why? Why? Why not? People say, why should I create what I want? Why not? People say, I don't know if I can do this because of this, this, and this. Well, why not create it? Why should I create this, Francis? Why not? Why not be a creator? Because most people are scared to push buttons or hurt people or invade somebody's boundaries. You're allowed to be a creator and you don't have to hurt anybody. This isn't about hurting people. This is about understanding that you have permission to be a creator of your reality. And I'm going to conclude this video by saying that if we all gave ourselves permission to be full creators from a space of unconditional love and just having that awareness that we don't have to kill each other in the process as humans because we're allowed to have different opinions and beliefs, that is what the new earth is about. It's just life. Life is the new earth. The new earth is what life was meant to be the whole time. But again, somehow humans screwed it up. And I believe that I'm here to help people remember that that's what we are. That's what we are. That's why you're here too. We're all here to be creators. So I encourage you to sit with the fact that, is it possible? Have you ever considered the possibility that being a creator is your natural state of being? You're allowed to do so. And in fact, people want you to be a creator, because if you give yourself permission to step into the creator role, other people will also have that permission, even though they don't need that permission, but it can be good to have an external permission slip. And then if we all do this together from a conscious space, you will be in what we call a co-creative reality. A co-creative reality, which is going to be an energetically reciprocal relationship where everybody is truly creating what they want. We all create what we want, and anything you don't want just falls away. And if there's something that you don't want that somebody else wants, they'll create that, and you won't be a vibrational match to that person anyways. Because what happens is when you focus on what you want, what you don't want just falls away. So you don't have to be scared of something happening because you just focus on what you want and the problems fade away. So I encourage you to sit with what I'm sharing with you in this video in terms of understanding that is it possible that creative energy is life. Life is creativity. Life is passion. And if you're gonna settle for anything less than that, I encourage you to sit with that. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. And also, please hit that like button for me so that more people can get access to this content, because I do believe that every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are the creators of their reality and that they can manifest their reality and do so in the most effortless and easeful way possible. Hitting that like button does help the YouTube channel push the channel to more people, and it helps the algorithm push the channel to more people and help people get access to, in my opinion, this incredibly valuable content. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.